Hey YouTube, it's numismatics back with you for another little old video today in the holiday season. Wishing you all a very happy holidays, a very happy Christmas coming up, and also a very happy Hanukkah as well. So what I've got for you today is a couple of different videos. So we're going to start off with an auction win that was my auction win. So I tried out Corbitts auction. They're in Newcastle in the north of England, and every now and again they run a coin auction. They also do a lot of stamps and philatelic material, but they kind of save all their coins up for one or two big auctions, and they do charge a 20% buyer's premium. So it's kind of, on the expensive side in terms of premium. These two coins I picked up, so you can see what I chose to bid for. This one is an 1817 half sovereign. So not the rarest year by any chance, but looks to be in pretty nice condition. Generally a very nice coin. It had an estimate of about 650 to 800, and I think I got it for just a little bit over 800 plus the 20% buyer's premium, so around about £1,000 or so at the auction. I didn't think I got a bad deal on it. It's a nice condition, and these half sovereigns are quite a popular choice, and there aren't that many of them around because most of the collectors focus on full sovereigns as opposed to halves. So the more astute of you can often pick up a few of the half sovereigns that are in really nice condition that other people have left behind. This was the second coin that I bought. I've got a bit of a thing for these gilded pennies. This one had an estimate of up to £350. I paid £280 for it. Had this coin been in great condition, it's a £1,000 coin any day of the week, but this particular one is in a little bit of a sorry state compared to some of the better ones. The gilding hasn't been particularly looked after. It's got kind of bubbling coming up underneath the coin. I've sent it for grading. It may get a numeric grade, it may get a details grade, but it was only about 30% of the price of a full high grade one, so I thought it was still worth picking up, still a rare coin and still very beautiful to look at. When you're spending your hard-earned cash on a coin from the Royal Mint, quality is absolutely critical, and that's why you should be buying your next modern coin from the Coin Connection. Use special code BONNIE at checkout for 2% off all of your purchases. Still a few days to use that code. It'll work right up until the end of the 31st of December for last minute Christmas presents, New Year presents, etc. So carrying on with some coins that have arrived back from NGC. These coins, I think they went back a couple of times because the owner of some of these coins wanted to have them conserved to see if they got a higher grade. Only one of them did, that the Australian spider coin. Is it this one? No, this one didn't do it, but there was another one that got a 70 rather than a 69 after conservation. This one, they didn't want to go ahead and conserve it. They thought that there was nothing to conserve and it may ruin the luster and toning that it has, same as this one. Sometimes even if you send them in for conservation, doesn't necessarily follow that they will actually carry out the conservation. Quite often they will come back in one of these little bags saying we've looked at it and we didn't think conservation would work on this coin, and I think that's one of the signs to me of a quality service. So by now you probably raided Amazon, raided eBay, bought all the things that you're planning to buy, dropped those subtle hints to relatives about what people should buy from you, and you can relax and unwind with some cute little bunny rabbits, Royal Mint bunny rabbits, and they did pretty well in grading. 50p pieces, Pie Fort 50p pieces don't tend to do incredibly well. We've got a rare £2 piece, Commonwealth. This is, I think, one of the rarest of the £2 coins that are in circulation. This particular collector is picking up all of the rarest circulation £2 coins, 50p pieces, a lot of collectors for these. When you're looking at these slabs, if it says 50p as opposed to S50p, it's made of cupro-nickel and it's a circulation piece. It may not have been a piece intended for circulation. It could have been in one of those special Royal Mint packs. But you can always see if it doesn't have an S on the front of the 50p, it'll be cupro-nickel. And if it does have an S, that'll be silver. If you're lucky enough to have one with a G at the front, that'll be a gold one. So all of these are circulation pieces. You can see here the special design, Blue Peter design, 2009, run up to the Olympic Games, 50p. Very, very low mintage for that. A lot of people are now after these Blue Peter special 50p pieces. I've graded quite a few of them recently. This particular collector sent in 3 of them. So, this is a kind of coin a few years ago maybe nobody would choose to grade. Right now, some of these special 50p pieces are selling for big money. Big money, especially the Kew Gardens 50p pieces. If you have one put away in your purse, you may have found it in change, just hoarded it away. Those 50p can be worth anything up to a couple of £100. They had a pretty low circulation, everyone recognises them, and you're pretty unlikely to now find one in your change. But if you did in the past and you've kept it, good on you, you made a really great decision. Year of the Rat. This one is the British Year of the Rat. I never really got into the lunar designs for Great Britain. I think it wasn't one of the Royal Mint's best endeavours. The Year of the Rat is better than some of the others. They have done these pretty well though. Paddington in the Tower of London, that was done pretty well. The gold ones I really like. Silver 50p piece there for Stephen Hawking, which is a proof. Also a proof Sherlock Holmes. Then you've got the first 2018 Snowman coin and the colourised version of Paddington at the Tower. All of these modern coins, people either seem to take a real liking to or they dislike them. And the ones that capture the public imagination, they seem to do very, very well. And they seem to do very well in a slab if they get a 70 grade particularly. There's lots of people who trust these coins much more if they're graded, because so many of the raw ones out there have quality control problems from the Royal Mint. And so if you can see, it's being picked out as being one that's good, it's being sent to NGC or PCGS, somebody has cared enough to put it into a slab, then that you're already one stage better off than with any raw coin. And proof coins in particular, I see so many proof coins that come in and they've basically been handled to death. They're not irredeemable unless they're physically damaged, but there's people who pick out their proof coins, they take them out of the capsule, they put their thumbprints all over them, and by the time I get to see them, somebody's lost all the value they had in these coins. They bought it off the Royal Mint, they handled it, it gets sold as bullion for a few pounds on eBay, and then somebody like me or others will come and pick them up off eBay with handling problems, conserve them and grade them, and they'll usually come back as a 69 or a 70, and that's probably a good thing really. These ones I really, really like. Every time I see these, every time I send them in for grading, they're one of my favourite coins. I think the reverse proof works really well for these. These are gold proof Libertads, reverse proof Libertads. Very reduced mintage. Every year they have a few of these coins for sale. Buy them as a new issue because you will get them at a good price if you buy them in advance. So, for next year's, put an order in, get one at the issue price, and you'll probably do pretty well on that. Particularly if you get it slabbed, it gets a 70. You get the special Mexico label. It's just a really, really good combination, I think. More of these Paddington coins. This one, Paddington at St Paul's Cathedral. These ones are interesting. This is the Australia Nugget. It kind of developed into the Kangaroo series, but this is the first year that the Nugget coin was released. And every coin has a different named gold nugget on it that was found in Australia. So it's pretty cool. Each one's got a slightly different shape and a name. And, I think this first year is particularly nice with the Australia label, Ayers Rock in the background. Just a really, really nice set to have and pretty saleable. This one, 500 of these Kiwis get produced by the New Zealand Post Office every year. One of my collectors collects one of these coins every year and grades it with me. And this one got a 70. It's actually, I think, only about 1/4 of an ounce, but it's kind of quite thin. So it gives you a kind of big diameter coin, which looks more than it is. You won't see those very often. They have to be bought directly from the New Zealand Post Office. So in this country, don't see very many of them, but they don't produce many of them either. Don't need to say anything much about these. MS70 is still notoriously difficult to get when you grade these BU Queen's Beast coins. They weren't made to be graded, and they grade badly very generally. So 2 70s there is marvellous. These matte sovereigns tend to mostly get 70s, whereas the other ones get mostly 67, 68 and 69. Really, really nice. Prince Albert, Strike on the Day, Celebration sovereigns. There's another Albert and another Albert. You can tell whether it's an Albert or not because of the monogram just by the left of the date. Very, very nice. I've graded quite a few of those. There's another Albert, and I think somewhere there's a Victoria here as well. Flopsy Bunny is not Victoria. No, another Albert. There's quite a few Alberts. And there's another Albert. And there's another Albert. So there were only 650 of these coins. I probably must have sent 50 of them in for grading. And there on the end is the Queen Victoria. So 4 Alberts and a Queen Victoria Strike on the Day Celebration Sovereign. So that brings us to the end of this video. Take a look at some of the others. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And what do you need to do? Yep, click on the little bell so that you get notified each time there's a new Numismatics video.